what it do?
I
Sorry.
love that you called that. No, it's all good. H-Town, what it do? My name is Nick Stevenson.
And I'm Skara.
Welcome to episode 15 of Texans Bloodline. So many other shows swimming around in my head, but this is the most important one. This is the one I enjoy the most because I told you, Skara, when we first started doing this show, how jealous I was of you. Because if I could go back in time and fall in love with all of my Houston sports teams all over again, the Rockets since I was a little kid. Obviously, the Texans, their first season was in 2002, and fell in love with that team immediately. They won their first game versus the Dallas Cowboys. They were the first expansion franchise to ever win their first game, and they didn't do a whole lot of winning for a long time after that. But just to be able to experience what you have experienced this season all over again, it's my privilege to be along with for the ride with you. And you, ma'am, in your first season of being a
It's been
Houston
a ride.
Texans fan, are going to get playoff football. The Houston Texans beat the Los Angeles Chargers. I want to call them San Diego Chargers all the time, but they're the Los Angeles Chargers. 20-16 to secure their place in the 2025 NFL postseason. You just said it. It's been a ride.
It's been a ride.
How are you
Yeah.
feeling?
I'm excited. We totally did not think we would be here.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
And then there was some hope for a little while, and we talked about not getting our hopes up too high until we got it. But
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm glad I get to watch more football.
For sure. And watch party? That's in the works?
Yes, I hope so.
That's in the work. We'll see what we can do. You know, I was watching some older Texans football games. If you have an NFL Plus subscription, just for those of you who don't know, you can actually go back and watch games all the way to 2009. And you can either watch the condensed version or you can watch the full game if you want to. So I was going back and I was looking at some of the old days, and I went back and I watched the very first game where the Texans clinched the playoffs for the first time in 2011. And that was a season that was full of controversy because their first two quarterbacks got injured. They had to start their third string quarterback. At one point, he got hurt. So similar to what we saw from the Colts this season, they had to call a 40-year-old quarterback and Jake Delhomme to play a game for them. Fortunately, they had already clinched the playoffs. So he played in that game. They didn't win. They almost won. That was a really cool experience. And then I started watching some of, the Deshaun Watson years. Every year that the Houston Texans have made the playoffs, there's been some type of controversy surrounding them. And I think sometimes as NFL fans and as football fans, we wish it looked easy. We wish it was easy. I know we wish that the offense was scoring 50 points a game and only allowing 3 points, but that's just not how the NFL goes. If you look at the playoff picture right now, I mean, all the teams are right there with one another. Everybody's got 10, 11, 12 wins. And there's no team that you're just like, they are definitely going to win the Super Bowl. It's just all up in the air right now. And I know that, like I said, we would love for it to look like it's just easy, but that's not life. And that's not how football works, right? So,
What's the controversy this year then?
An 0-3 start.
Okay. Plus, I don't know that's controversy, right? That's just rough start. And then
Yeah, I mean, people were wanting people fired already. People were saying CJ Stroud wasn't it.
Well, I guess he showed them.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know if you know this, but this is actually the second time that the Houston Texans have started 0-3 and still made the playoffs. And only six
about it.
only 6 teams in NFL history have ever done it. So, like you said, we didn't think we would be here. And history said we probably wouldn't be here. But sure enough, here they sit. And I'm looking at the playoffs coming up. And if you go in all the spaces, a lot of people are really upset that the Texans offense saved 2 really awesome plays to Jaden Higgins and Jalen Knoll 75-yard touchdown to Higgins, and then a 43-yard touchdown to Knoll. After that, I think CJ Stroud only threw for like 30 yards,
Oh my gosh.
or maybe, no, it was 90 yards after that. And he had a good game, threw 2 interceptions. That's not what we want to see because he had been taking care of the ball. But
And didn't you talk about last time, like, he was not throwing interceptions at all for a while?
yeah, he didn't turn the ball over for 4 or 5 straight games, which
Yeah.
is good. One of them I'm not going to say is his fault because the ball got tipped at the line. And
Mm.
so I'd say there was some miscommunication. There was a lot of miscommunication.
On the
People are
offense.
worried about the offense headed into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Obviously. Me, I've given up on the idea that this offense is just going to blow up and score 50 points. To me, and you may agree with this, right now the formula is score 20 points and let the defense do the rest. That's all I
That
expect
seems
now.
to be
Yeah,
the
that's all I
trend.
expect now. That's all I expect now. And I,
It's so frustrating because, we've talked about that all the pieces are there. They're, like, all
mhm.
good, and they just can't all mold.
Yeah, it's, and
Someone.
you harped, I don't want to say harp, that sounds negative. You were
Mhm.
talking about the lack of continuity in the offensive line.
I just lost an earring. I don't know why that was. Sorry. I just thought that was funny. Like, went rolling.
I got it. I try to make it look like I'm looking at you, so I rarely check the camera,
Right, I know. It
but
just
I
went
got to start
"Woo-doo-doo-doo."
doing that because I don't know if you saw 2 episodes ago, like you completely dropped out and I didn't notice for about 30 seconds. And
Oh my gosh.
in the video, I just put this music in the background, like this, like, I mean, I should pay better. It's not that I'm not paying attention to you. It's just for optics. Like I'm
No,
trying to
fair, yeah.
look at the camera, but I gotta put you in sight. But yeah,
Yeah,
you did lose an earring. It's okay.
yep, that's alright.
Now
I
you
just took
lost
them
two.
off. Now they're
Cool.
just both gone. We're good.
But I forgot what I was saying now.
I don't know, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I mean, you can keep some of that in. I don't care. I think it's hilarious,
I
but
think it's great. It's great. No, I was just thinking to myself, offensively, I've given up on the fact that they're going to be a juggernaut.
yeah.
And
Oh, I was talking about how, like, they just can't get they're all the pieces that they just
right,
can't get cohesive.
right. And that reminded me that you were talking about the offensive line and how they just can't get the same guys to play
Mhm.
together for whatever reason, either because people aren't playing well. They finally found a line that was working well, and then guys started getting hurt. Ariante Ursary was out. I'm assuming he's probably going to be out this coming up week. I don't know. We'll have to. They don't have an injury report out yet, but here's the deal: the Texans have won 11 games, and they're more than likely going to win 12, and that is nothing to shake a stick at. Like, I don't even. I told myself I didn't even really want to talk about the offense not being good because that kind of diminishes what this team has accomplished, especially after starting 0-3. Me and my co-host of Twin Toros, we did an episode back when we were on ESPN. When the schedule came out, we went through the schedule and we guessed how many games the Texans were going to win. I'm not even going to try to toot my own horn, but I said they would go 12-5, but they did not take the path that I thought they were going to take. If you go back and you watch that episode, every win I said was going to be a win, and every loss I said was going to be a loss didn't really match up. Like, I did not have them starting 0-3. I thought they would lose to one of either the Chiefs or the Ravens. None of those happened. They beat both of those teams. And it just goes to show you, we sit here, we talk, and we know a little bit about what we're talking about. But at the end of the day, like, they have to suit up, they have to play the games, and it's so hard to not overreact every week to what you see.
Yeah.
When they scored 40 on Arizona, we're like, yes, the offense is back. And then the Raiders game happened. It's like, okay, maybe not. So at this point, I'm no longer having any expectations other than score enough points for the defense to do their thing, and I'll be happy.
Well, that way you're setting them up for success. I
Yeah,
like that. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. But I would, oh man. So the Texans cannot get the number 1 seed, but I think they can still win the division. They need Jacksonville to lose to the Titans, which the Titans only have 3 wins. Jacksonville is actually really good. I talk a lot of trash to their fans, but they're good. They've been
And
good,
then
especially.
okay. And
Go
then the
ahead.
Texans have to win this coming game.
Yes. If
Okay.
those two
So
things
those
happen, they win the division. They move up to the number 3 seed, possibly 2. But that means their first playoff game is at home instead of on the road.
I say, is that good or bad though?
Um, I'd rather it be at home, and here's
Okay.
why.
I would think so.
Here's why. What's still looming is a team that we thought we wouldn't have to deal with, and that's the Baltimore Ravens. And yes, we beat the crap out of the Ravens this year, but everybody on their team was hurt. And
Mm.
most importantly, their former MVP quarterback, Lamar Jackson, who absolutely owns the Houston Texans, will be healthy. Now, the Ravens have to beat the Steelers this week in order to get in. If that happens, and the Texans stay in the 5 seed where they are now, then we will play the Ravens in Baltimore for the first for the first playoff
So
game.
that's not what we want.
But is it like if you're scared, yeah, you don't want that. But for me, Scara, and how I want you to feel about this is listen, we have Patrick Mahomes, his head is on a spike at NRG Stadium right now. Josh Allen, his head is on a spike right now at NRG Stadium. We've already done so many things that people thought we were not
We
going to
wouldn't.
do.
Yeah.
I kind of want the Texans to go into Baltimore. It's going to be cold. It'll probably be that nasty cold too, where like it's not quite
Oh,
snowing.
yeah.
It's like in
Wind
between.
chill cold.
Yeah, wind chill, like frozen rain, not really snow, like
Mm.
just nasty, slushy. And it is not the ideal situation. The Texans
That's a
have
lot against them when we've got the offense that we just need to be, you know,
yes, but
decent.
this defense, I want to see this defense prove that they can beat Lamar Jackson
Mm.
because they came close 2 years ago. It was a very close game. The offense just couldn't do anything against their defense. And
But we
yes,
have a
that's
better defense this year than that 2 years
yes,
ago?
on paper, yes.
Okay. Well,
2 years ago, like the Ravens always have a really good defense. This
okay.
year, like their defense struggled because of injury, but they're starting to get healthy. So statistically, the Texans are a much better defense this year, but they haven't played each other healthy yet, and that's the thing that I kind of want to see it, but I don't. I don't want to be scared.
Right.
I don't want to play scared. Like,
That's what I mean, like, we don't really want that because that will be just that'd be
no,
too much to overcome.
no. Ideally, we would like for them to play a home game. I'm not really afraid. I can't. I'm not afraid of anyone in the AFC except the Ravens because until the Texans beat Lamar Jackson, I have to see it happen.
Yeah.
It just makes me nervous.
And they're
And
gonna have that in their head too, even if they
yeah.
try not to.
Now, if for some reason the Steelers win next week,
Okay.
then the Ravens are out, and we don't have to worry about it.
Mm.
Then the Texans are going to Pittsburgh, who I feel much better about. Um,
Likeliness of that happening.
I don't know. I have to look at that matchup because right now I think the Ravens are the better team. Where is the game? I know people love watching me do this live, but it's okay. While I look this up, give me a second. So right now, the Steelers, I think their best wide receiver is still going to be suspended because he punched a fan in
Oh,
the
what?
stands a couple of weeks ago. Where is
Oh,
that game at?
like, from their own team fan? Or
No. They were in Detroit,
oh
and a
my gosh.
Lions fan was talking trash.
Oh,
Ooh, it's
come
gonna
on.
be
If you can't handle that as an NFL player,
yeah. It's gonna be the
especially
Sunday night game too, and it's in Pittsburgh. The Steelers are 9 and
mhm.
7. The Baltimore Ravens are 8 and 8. So whoever wins that game is the division winner, and unless the Jacksonville Jaguars lose and the Texans win, then that's who they would be playing, the winner of that game. in the first round. Unless the Texans lose, then they fall back a little bit. I don't see that happening, but I mean, it is the NFL. Anything can
Yeah.
happen. Um, Pittsburgh, it's going to be cold and nasty too, but I'm just their team. Honestly, to me, doesn't scare me. Their quarterback doesn't scare me. They've got a decent defense, but Baltimore is just that last hurdle that the Texans. I feel like the Texans need to overcome. Um, they've already kind of overcome all those other hurdles, so
Yeah.
I want to see it, but I don't. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. What would make you feel more proud as a new fan if the Texans went out to a difficult environment and won a game against a team that they've never beaten before, or win the division for the third straight year, get a little bit easier of a matchup at home? Like, I don't know. How
I'm
would,
rooting for division
yeah, me too.
because why not? Because then you got your division, then you have a chance at Super Bowl,
Hmm.
right?
And if there's an upset, let's say you win your division game, the wild card round, you go to the divisional round. If there's an upset anywhere on here, let's say you win the division and then either Pittsburgh or Baltimore wins their game over a higher seed. That means your second game, more than likely, is going to be at NRG Stadium too. So you could have two home
Ooh.
games back to back, which the Texans have never had. It's one of the reasons they've never been to the AFC Championship game, because every single time they go to the playoffs, their second game is always on the road and usually somewhere where it's freezing cold.
Mm.
Which is why I've always said, if the Texans want to not have to worry about that, have a good enough regular season where all of your playoff games are at home, and then you don't have to worry about it. You're inside, it's 72 degrees with the perfect amount of humidity. Um, and that's not a possibility anymore because the Broncos beat them. Even if they finish with the same record, the Broncos will have the tiebreaker. So the best they can get is the 2 seed, but I would take that.
I mean,
There's just
why
so much
not?
up in the air. Just
I
win
just
the
want them to
game.
I
Just
just
win
want
the
them to
game.
start at home. I want them to have, like, see their families if they live here and rest a little,
Yeah.
see their, regular environment that I don't know, just
Well,
it helps mentally, I feel like.
another thing we need, forgot to mention this, but it is New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's Eve to you.
Happy New Year's
We
Eve.
need them to all stay home tonight and drink lots of water.
Yep.
Maybe have some apple cider, some sparkling grape juice, something like
You
that.
all have a curfew of 10 PM.
100%. Like, let's
I
all
expect calls from Hutchinson and Anderson.
100%. Like, let's
I'm
everybody
home.
everybody keep it cool tonight. We don't
Well,
need
that's
anything
I
crazy
should say that's
happening.
unless you wanna come over to my house.
Yeah, go ahead, throw out the address. Just kidding. um, I don't think that's going to be a problem. I feel like D'Amico Ryans has a good finger on the pulse of this team, and he's a good leader. I'm pretty sure everything's going to be straight there. I want to ask you about CJ Stroud, because I don't know if you know this, but he, now that they've won 11 games and will likely win 12, through his first 3 seasons as an NFL quarterback, only Peyton Manning and hold on, who's a Hall of Fame quarterback. I don't know if you've heard of him.
I know, I've heard his
I think it's Peyton Manning and Dan Marino. There's only 2 other quarterbacks that have had as many wins as he's had in his first 3
mm.
seasons. And we nitpick on him a lot. And even
Only
when
because we know what he's capable
yeah,
of, and when he gets in his head and we can see it, he's not at full strength or whatever, right?
right.
I
But I
think I
think
think that's yeah.
even in the bad games he's had though, he always has a moment. And that
Yeah,
moment is usually really important, like in a really important moment in the game.
and
Uh,
really good.
yeah, I think about, the throw on the run to not Hutchinson, it was to Higgins
Higgins.
against which game was that?
I don't know how you remember these things. I'm like, "Oh, yeah, that good throw, that one
Hold
game."
on, I'm about to tell you right now. Texans. um, against the was it the Bills? No, that was the Bills was Davis Mills.
Well, the point is that
There was
Stroud
Nico
is
Collins.
very
Nico Collins was the
accurate.
Raiders game. Yes.
Okay.
There was a very big play. What game was that? Now I'm mad. I don't remember which game it was, but he's had some really big plays on third down at really crucial times. Um, Throws that you're like, hey man, like why don't you do that all the time?
He's
And
very accurate a lot of the time when
yeah,
he does what, Nick?
gets rid of the ball quickly.
When he gets rid of the ball.
Yeah, and sometimes he's able to make things happen when he gets outside the pocket. I just overall, I think we look at players like Patrick Mahomes, which this season notwithstanding, Patrick Mahomes wasn't really great this season. Josh Allen sometimes, they put up these gaudy numbers, 5,000 yards, 35 touchdowns. Um, I don't I can't say that CJ can't be that guy because he's been in the NFL for 3 years. He's had 2 different offensive coordinators. Neither one of them, in my opinion, have been particularly good. And there's just no telling what he's capable of if he had some more structure there and if he
Mhm.
had a better offensive play caller. But I think sometimes we're probably a little too hard on him. And I know he's a professional, he gets paid a lot of money. But I think it's one of those things like you don't realize what you have till it's gone. Um, there's still people saying that Davis Mills should be playing for this team because he scored touchdowns in the red zone. And cool, like he did that at a better rate, at a better clip than CJ did. I thought about this. This would never happen. But what if D'Amico Ryans let CJ Stroud play quarterback in between the 20s? And then when we get into the red zone, put Mills in.
Put Mills in.
If okay, you have an entire season now of evidence that this team struggles to score in the red zone when CJ Stroud is your quarterback. And for
Mhm.
3 games, when Davis Mills was your quarterback, they did not
Yep.
struggle to score in the red zone.
See, I don't
Nobody
understand why they resist that type of strategy. Why it's
pride,
like, this is the game quarterback, so we can't have any others unless he gets hurt. Like, why would we do that? Why is
pride,
that a
or
thing?
maybe you don't want to make CJ Stroud feel like you don't have confidence in him. So maybe that's part
Well,
of it.
if if he is a good player and a team player, then he understands
I'm trying
that's what a team does.
if I'm a
They
coach,
play to their strengths.
I'm trying to win, bro. Like
Right. And
I
and
don't
I
think
don't
anybody would
so
ever do that. At least
and
I
I
don't think
will
D'Amico would.
yeah, but I'm gonna always fall back on I don't think we're too hard on him.
Okay.
Because in education, when you're teaching and you know a student has the ability,
Mhm.
you expect more. And if you don't expect more, they're not going to rise to the challenge. They're going to continue to do what they've been doing. So to me, it's not we've been hard on him or too hard on him. No,
Mhm.
we know what he's capable of and we know he can rise to the occasion and
Yeah.
he can do all the things better because we've seen him do it extraordinarily
Mhm.
and so it's not we're too hard on him. We have confidence that he can do it.
Yeah. And
We just need the consistency.
I mean, his up to till now, his rookie season has been his best season. He never played NFL football before, and that's just
Was his
not normal. Like you're not supposed to regress. You're supposed to show progress. And
right, was his rookie season better than this season
statistically, yes,
as a whole? Okay.
he had more touchdowns. He only threw 5 interceptions the whole season.
Oh, wow.
Um,
Well, we know he's good at throwing accurately.
yeah, yeah, and he hasn't thrown a ton this year, but he hasn't thrown that many. I think he's only thrown 18 touchdowns. Let's see.
But I guess from, a newbie here,
Hmm.
looking at those kind of stats, is that really I don't know, because he's kind of the caller of the game, right? He's kind of the
Hmm.
assistant manager in a sense.
Yeah.
And so games as a whole, I would think, are more telling of his ability than his personal stats.
Yes, you can't not give him credit for winning. And that's
Right.
what he does. I just had this conversation with some, I think he's like 28-17 for his career right now. So, and that's the best of any of the quarterbacks in our division for sure. Right now he's got 2,800 yards. Um, he has a chance to break 3,000. He missed 3 games. Like usually we talked about this at the beginning. Like you want to have 3,000, 3,500. Like right now in this day and age, they throw the ball so much. Like if you don't have a 4,000-yard season used to be like, oh, that's amazing. But that pretty gets done pretty regularly now. He's thrown 18 touchdowns. That's 22nd in the league. His yards makes him 20th in the league. He's thrown 8 interceptions. That's tied for 19th. So that's just like kind of middle of the pack. But when you look at his quarterback rating, and that just judges everything as far as his accuracy, what he does in clutch time, he's got the 10th best quarterback rating, though, of
Yeah.
61.9. So,
And he's what, like 16 years old? I mean,
yeah, 24. 24. He was born in
he's
2000. He
young.
was born in
That is
2001. That's crazy.
ouch.
Yeah. Um, so, and you bring up a really good point because I was listening to a radio show from a former player, and they just talked about how, these rookie quarterbacks are coming in the league now and they're playing immediately. Back in the day, when you came in as a rookie, you didn't start right away. You usually sat for
Mm,
a year or two behind a veteran, learned the game, learned the team's, playbook, and
mhm.
studied. And that's really, I mean, the great quarterbacks that are in the league right now, only a couple of them started right away. Joe Burrow started right away. Who else? I'm talking like the elite. Josh Allen started right away, but he was garbage when his first couple of seasons. Like he was not good. The Texans played them in the playoffs. His not his rookie year, I think it was his sophomore year. He was terrible. Um, and so I think there is a lot of pressure on these young kids who most of them when they play college football, they're not playing NFL style offenses. The offense has become much more complicated. And we want them to be Tom Brady right away.
Hmm.
And I think that a guy that I was texting with during the game, they're like, the Texans want him to be Tom Brady so bad because this is kind of a similar offense where it's supposed to be quick hitting, short throws. That's not really CJ Stroud's style. He likes to throw the ball down the field. Um,
Well, how long did it take Tom Brady to become Tom Brady as we know him?
well, so his first year as a starter, he won the Super Bowl, but the caveat there, he was not. He was more of a game manager back then. He wasn't like the driving force. Over the
Mm.
time, as he continued to learn and play and get more experience, then he became Tom Brady. Similar to Ben Roethlisberger, uh, I think he won the Super Bowl as a rookie, but he had a really good defense, really good running game, and they just kind of asked him to do what CJ Stroud has been doing. CJ Stroud has really just been managing the game. He's not
Mhm.
trying to do too much. Um, and I think that's okay. I'm
I
okay
think
with it
that's
right now.
okay.
I'm okay with it right now. Now, the top quarterbacks in this league, Scara, are making like $60 million a year, which is insane. By the time CJ Stroud is up for his contract, it's probably going to be 70. Should the Houston Texans pay $70 million a year for barely 3,000 yards, 18 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and a 61.9 QBR? No.
When is he up for contract?
So a rookie contract is 4 years.
Okay.
So he's entering technically the last year of his deal, which is normally when people start negotiating for a new contract. For first round picks, though, the Texans do have what they call a 5th-year option.
Mm.
So they can add a 5th year at his rookie salary, upgraded a little bit for whatever
Yeah.
the normal raise is.
5 million or something silly like that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's probably more like 10 to be honest with you.
I know.
Maybe 15. I think it's like 10 or 15.
Oh my
But
gosh.
for first round picks that teams aren't quite sure, like, hey, I need you to show me for one more year if you got
Mhm.
this. They'll exercise that fifth year option. And right now, if I'm the Houston Texans, I'm going to exercise that fifth year option on CJ Stroud, and I'm going to sign Will Anderson, who was drafted at the same time. I'm going to sign Will Anderson Jr. and probably make him the highest paid defensive player in the league
Mm.
next year. And that's cool because if you offset it, that means some more salary will come off the books in CJ's fifth year.
But he's got the rest of this. He's got the playoffs,
Oh, yeah. I mean,
and
if he
he's
balls out in the playoffs, gets the AFC Championship game, or
I mean, I think it's too early to be
wins a
talking
Super
about,
Bowl.
are we
Oh,
gonna keep him?
no, I think they're definitely going to keep him. It's just what's that number going to be? Is it
Mhm.
going to be top quarterback pay, or hey, bro, sorry, you're going to have to settle for $25 million a year?
Oh, okay.
Poor guy.
Uh,
Um, we'll see. We'll see. But if he does what no Houston Texans quarterback has ever done, and he gets his team to the AFC Championship game, or my goodness, the Super Bowl, then
mhm.
that conversation probably becomes moot. It's just like, yes, you're going to pay him, but when do you pay him?
Yeah.
Um, but once again, like, I'm glad we're having this conversation. In your first season as a fan, you've experienced everything that most Texans fans have experienced in 20 plus years in one season. That's pretty awesome. I
I'll
hope you
take
get
it.
to experience a playoff win. Do you think so? You're already on board. Start everybody tomorrow. It's a playoff game tomorrow. Don't sit
Yeah.
anybody. You do have some people banged up. Kamari Lassiter had to come out of the game a little bit last week. Woody Marks
Like,
stays
if
banged
they
up.
need to rest a little, mm, I could
Yeah.
see that, but
So
I don't know.
here's the perfect scenario. You score like 28 points in the first half, and you're just blowing out the Colts. And then you can just sit everybody for the second half. And knock on wood, nobody gets hurt.
And the defense takes care of it.
Yeah, for sure. I know D'Amico Ryans though. He wants to win the division too. So they're gonna play this game. And 44-year-old Phillip Rivers will not be starting this game. They are starting a rookie quarterback, third string rookie quarterback named Riley Leonard, this will be his first NFL start. He's
Interesting, and they're choosing this game to
Yeah, I mean, Indy got eliminated when we beat after the Raiders game, I think.
mm,
So they're no longer in the playoffs hunt. They probably want to see what they've gotten him. He's a rookie. He's their third stringer.
okay.
They're probably going to go back to Daniel Jones next year, considering that they were in first place when he got hurt.
So, essentially, they don't mind losing.
No, that gives them a better draft pick too. So,
Oh, okay, interesting.
but I think they just want to see what they got in the rookie. And I'm telling you right now, rookie quarterback versus D'Amico Ryans, I'm picking D'Amico Ryans every time.
Yeah.
One more thing, this is kind of an off-season, but I just want to give D'Amico Ryans credit because you remember we talked about after week, I think it was going into the Titans game in week 4 or 5. That was week 5. No, that was week 6. D'Amico Ryans handed over the defensive play calling duties to Matt Burke
Mhm.
and just kind of wanted to focus on being the overall head coach, which I loved. I actually brought that up a couple of games into the season because he had a couple of snafus with clock management and stuff like that. So I do want to give him credit for that. Here's the downside though. I don't know if you've seen this in any of the spaces, but Matt Burke is like a really hot candidate for head coach of a new team. Like people want to hire him to be a head coach.
Mm.
And they're saying it might be the Tennessee Titans. Excuse me while I gag. I don't know if you remember at the beginning of the season, I told you that is the team that we hate the most. Like,
Right, because of something about they've got the Oiler
right.
stuff.
I don't know, man. Jaguars are starting to get up there, and it's because of their fans. Like, I don't even mind the team. The team doesn't have anybody that's unlikable. It's just their fans, man. It's like Cowboys fans. Oh, it's like Yankees fans. They're just the worst. Oh. But anyway, all that being said, 11-5, probably going to go 12-5. That's the most games they've won since 2018. I just can't. Yes, offense didn't. But I don't want to talk about that right now because
we're moving on.
We're moving on. And this defense is good enough to carry this team as far as they want to go. Like I said, the formula: score 20 points, let the defense do the rest. And I think they can beat just about anybody. Like Lamar Jackson entered my head. I can't explain to you.
He's like looming in your nightmares.
I don't know if you've ever seen Lamar Jackson play.
I don't think so.
But he's like the fastest running back, strongest running back you've ever seen, who also plays quarterback and is good at both. I mean, he can run, he can throw. He's a nightmare. Oh.
Okay, and I think we are not dwelling on him.
No, we won't. I just think that would do so much if the Texans were to have to face him in the playoffs and then they beat him. That momentum could carry them to. I might throw a parade just for that. I don't know.
I'll be there with a,
that would be amazing. But yeah, I just wanted us to get on this show and give the Texans their kudos for starting 0-3. They've won 8 games straight, probably going to win 9 straight. What a time to be a Texans fan. And I just can't wait to do a show after the playoffs. Hopefully after a watch party and a playoff win.
Hopefully a watch party.
Yeah, 100%. If that happens, it'll be right here on Houston Sports State of the Union YouTube channel. If you're watching this show right now, obviously you know what that channel is. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. Hit the notifications. Add Texans Bloodline to your favorites playlist. And also follow Scara at Bad Teacher Tales on TikTok and on YouTube. I will have the link to her YouTube channel in the description. And do you have a link tree yet?
No.
Okay.
It's on my to-do list, but
I mean, right now you're only doing 2 socials anyways, right? So I'll just put the TikTok link and okay. No, that's fine. And Linktree is free. They have a free version. So
okay.
But you're probably gonna, as you start expanding your brand, you'll probably want to add some more stuff to that too.
Learn Instagram, I know.
No, but follow at Bad Teacher Tales. Oh, I've told you guys before, it's an excellent listen. The reason I had no problem doing this show with Scara, even though at the time she was a very, very casual football fan and Texans fan. The reason I had no problem bringing her on to do this show with me is because she is excellent as a podcaster, excellent as a content creator. And so you guys are going to want to go check that show out. If anyone's listening for the first time, just really quick, let them know what Bad Teacher Tales is.
Really quick, it is where I collect teacher stories from wherever and I tell them anonymously. And then we have some just topic episodes where we talk about what it really looks like in the classroom.
Awesome. And that's on YouTube and anywhere you listen to your podcast, you can find it. Just search Bad Teacher Tales.
Yes, please.
Scara, it's a beautiful thing when you're able to talk about football and you're able to talk about your team going to the playoffs. You're kind of spoiled because you don't know what it feels like to not have that happen.
I'm excited.
I'm jealous of you. Yeah, so I'm excited too. Guys, we're going to be back after this week's game to get you prepared for whomever the Houston Texans playoff opponent is, whether it's Lamar Jackson or somebody else. We'll be right here at Texans Bloodline, breaking it all down for you and celebrating with you that the Texans are in the playoffs. In the meantime, we want you to stay 10 toes down for the H. We love you and good night.